When Daniel moved back into his childhood home, it was meant to be temporary. A sabbatical of sorts after the chaos of a failed marriage and a stalling academic career. The old adobe house in New Mexico stood as it always had, warm-toned and weathered, stubborn against the wind and the passing years. But time hadn't spared everything. The fig tree in the backyard had died, and the river behind the house had receded, leaving behind a gnarled arroyo where childhood memories used to float like driftwood. He hadn't thought of her in years. Maria, the nanny his parents had hired after he was born. She was a stout, quiet woman with soft hands and sad eyes. She used to sing him lullabies in Spanish and made the best pozole he'd ever tasted. But more than anything, Daniel remembered the stories she told. One, in particular, had embedded itself deep within him, buried like a sliver beneath the skin. La Llorona. Daniel could still hear Maria's voice, low and mournful, blending with the howling of a storm outside their window. Ay, mis hijos. Ay, mis hijos, she had whispered, clutching his tiny hand. Beware, mijo. If she sees you by the water, she'll think you're hers. He'd been too young to know whether it was real or just a terrifying tale to keep him from wandering off. But now, as the monsoon clouds rolled in and the wind began to shake the old window panes, the memory felt fresh and raw. That night, the storm came in heavy. Rain pelted the roof, and thunder cracked like the sky was tearing open. Unable to sleep, Daniel made a cup of coffee and sat by the kitchen window, watching the lightning dance across the arroyo. Then he heard it. A cry, high, sorrowful, and distant. At first, he thought it might be a coyote or the wind winding through the trees. But it came again. Ay, mis hijos! His heart stopped,